Yeah, what's up, YouTube? What's up, Detroit? I just want to talk about the Detroit Lions. As I contemplate sitting on my porch on today, and I'm thinking about how good the Lions play in a regular, I mean, not the regular season, but the preseason. We have been preseason champs, and we played very well in the preseason. We've whooped on teams in the preseason, but in the regular season, we're the laughing stock of the league. Today has to be a day where it changed. It's time for the Detroit players that get paid a lot of money. It's time to put up or shut up. Darius Slay, you want to live by the name of Big Play Slay? It's time to earn them bucks you just made. Matthew Stafford, you want to be an elite quarterback? Well, you need to watch other elite quarterbacks and the consistency that they bring year in and year out. See, all we think about is the money aspect of it, but that's not just it. See, what the Detroit Lions need is consistency, and that's what they haven't had. Consistency at the linebacker positions, consistency at having the corners and the safeties doing what they need to do. The front line is a beast. Even without Dominic Sue, we still play well on the front line. And Ziggy Ansah has pretty much taken that role. So you know eventually he has to get paid too. And I'm hoping Ziggy will be able to have a good season this year. But the most important thing, man, as I'm sitting on my porch today, just recognize how we have been the laughing stock for years in the NFL. We've never had a consistent season. We've never dominated any game that we've just about played in, but a couple. One I can recall last year was the Philadelphia game on Thanksgiving. We looked like world-class superstars out there. But today, I just want to talk about the Lions. I want to talk about the progression that Matthew Stafford has to make this year. Come on, Matthew. You in your eighth season. You have to be a go-getter this year. Ain't no more excuses, man. And I'm hoping that Jake Rudock can push you for your spot. Amir Abdullah, we haven't seen a lot of you because we can't blame everything on you because the Detroit offensive line is very poor and very weak. But Amir, it's time to step your game up, man. The new guy that we got, the rookie, Dwayne Washington, I think he's going to push some guys to get some playing time. If the coaches allow him to play, I think he's going to get his shine on. Because the guys that seem the most hungry is the guys that don't get paid a lot. The guys that make a lot of money, some of them play well and some of them don't play well. But the transition to being a great football team like the Green Bay Packers, I got to give it to them, even though I don't like the Green Bay Packers. They are consistent year in and year out. They make the playoffs. The Patriots, an elite program. They make the playoffs every year, and they in talks for a Super Bowl just about every year. When are the Detroit Lions going to play like the kings of the jungle? We've been kittens for years, and now it's time to grow up and to be that cat that we need to be, that big cat that roams around ferociously and not afraid of anything. And that's how we need to play on the football field. We have to be beasts out there. So I just think today is an opportunity for us to grow in consistency. Stop making the bonehead throws, Matthew Stafford. Come on, man. You got to stop. It has to stop. You got to read the defenses better. And if a play is not there, man, you got to make something happen. Throwing a screenplay, or getting those guys throwing the short dink pass, it'll work. Not all the time, but it works when you can't get that big play downfield. We need more deep balls being thrown downfield. And we need guys that's going to catch. So Detroit, I know we talk about defending the den, but let's just talk about being beast out on the field. We've been laughed at. We've been doormats to people every year. We've never been to a Super Bowl. We're one out of 3 other teams that have never tasted the Super Bowl, never been to a Super Bowl, never smelt the Super Bowl, haven't smelt the quarterback's breath on the other side. And I think it needs to stop. So everybody that's getting a lot of money that's on the team, it's time to play for that money. The people that don't got a name yet, the Dwayne Washington's on the team, Taylor Decker. You got to step up, man. It doesn't matter if you're a rookie or not. You're a big boy. You got to step up, man, and defend Matthew Stafford. He needs time to throw the ball. He'll be a better quarterback if he gets the time to be able to release the ball to get it to a receiver. The offensive line is critical this year. But the number one thing has to be your defense. Those guys got to be flying around just like the guys from LOB. You know what I'm talking about, them guys in Seattle. Chancellor and them boys. Sherman and Thomas over there. Some of the best corners and safeties in the league. And we got to let those rookies get in there and play. If the veterans ain't doing it, let the rookies get in there and see what they can do. Come on, Caldwell. We know that this year you're going to be in the hot seat, man. If we don't go to the playoffs and we don't start winning games and being consistent, we already know we're looking for a new coach. But I don't think that having a new coach is always the issue. I think the issue sometimes is just the players not being ready and focused and not knowing their assignments and not being consistent. So we got to be able to bring the heat this year on the field. It's time to start playing like men. This ain't the Pop Warner Football League. It's time to be the Detroit Lions. We can't just keep talking about Detroit versus everything and not living up to that name. So this year got to be the season where that name takes full effect. It's Detroit versus everybody. And when we out on that field, man, we flying around, we making tackles, we making plays, we making things happen. And I want to see the second unit push those guys on the first unit because they need to be pushed. Matthew Stafford, if you ain't getting the job done, throw Jake Rudock in there. This got to be the year that we got to win with what we got. If DeAndre Levy is not out there playing, which is our best player on defense, one of our best players, then you got to get guys out there that's going to fly around and make tackles. Where is the Ray Lewis's on the team? The guys that's going to get in guys' faces and get these guys amped up and motivated to win football games. So, by this being my first Detroit Lions video, I'm just saying what we need to do. And the only thing I can say and the only word that I can bring up to you this year, it has to be consistency. The Detroit Lions are not consistent. And that's why we don't win football games. We're not consistent. That's why the Packers beat us every year. They go to our place and beat us, and they go to their place and beat us. It got to stop. We can't be playing afraid no more, man. We got to go in and crush guys. You got to have guys flying in, making tackles. You got to have guys intercepting the balls, more takeaways. And we don't have that, and we need that. So we need guys taking initiative to be leaders out there. Darius Slay, you now are the leader of the cornerbacks. You got your $50 million. So now it's time for you to name up. It's time for you to play like the $50 million man. You got to start getting interceptions, man. You should have at least 5 to 7 interceptions this year. No excuses. You got to live by that name, Big Play Slay. to be an elite cornerback. And the rest of those guys will follow suit, man. Glover Quinn, I don't even have to say a lot about him because he does what he needs to do out on the field. He's a ball hawk, and he has great instincts out there. But he just needs somebody in that safety spot that's going to be able to rattle somebody's cage. So I say this week, you put Miles Killebrew out there and let the rookie do what the rookie do. He's going to make some mistakes on coverages, and he's going to blow some plays, but let's see how good his tackling game is. Let's see how good his ball instincts is to guys running the ball and laying the wood on guys. That's what you got him for, to lay wood. DeAndre Levy, we just need you to be on the field, man. You are our best linebacker, and we need you. So this is my first video talking about the Detroit Lions, but my thing is consistency. Come on, Lions. Detroit versus everybody. I'm out.